Can anybody guess what this is? You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
What a song.
Yeah, what a song.
What a song.
Sweat, baby, sex is a Texas drug.
Jesus.
Stuff that only Prince would sing about.
Good morning.
Rock here.
Nancy here. How's everybody doing this morning? I can't believe it's Wednesday already.
Wednesday already.
It's
come
amazing.
On. Come on.
You know, I've noticed.
You've noticed.
Yeah, the lighting is different. Have you noticed that?
Blaming for that.
No, the lighting because it's like
Well, yeah,
light.
we're getting it's
Like we're getting
daylight is much more earlier.
Yeah, I love
It's
it.
changing.
It's so encouraging. Oh my goodness. Even 6:30 last night was it was still daylight, so it was getting more towards the dark, but
yes.
it's I'm holding on to every minute. I find like the dark.
Loving every minute of it.
Yeah. I just find like the days that are super short, it really weighs on me, and I'm sure
Sunlight, baby. It's
it weighs on you guys too, and it's major important.
When I used to work in the mines, the wintertime, you would go underground, it was dark, and you would come back out on the surface, and it was dark.
That's
The
gotta
only
be
time
brutal.
you saw sun was on the weekends or on your days off.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah.
It was really
that's
brutal.
brutal. And
Yeah.
you need vitamin D.
You need it.
For immune system booster.
Come
and
on.
For your mood booster.
And let's face it.
All those things.
To give your white, pasty skin a little tan.
Yeah.
Come on.
If you're going to...
If you're see-through, you need more sun.
So in the morning, not in the morning, but in the summertime, a lot of people they wear their sunscreen before they go outside. They really recommend you guys going outside at least 10 minutes before you apply
Get
this
some
stuff.
sun.
because
The sun's
that's how
not
you
going to kill you.
No, it's
Just don't
It's our solar system.
Don't spend
Yeah.
8 hours
Yes,
in the sun.
and every second counts for sure.
You gotta cream yourself a little bit.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody.
But,
I'm so glad you're joining us this morning. Oh, made to perfection, isn't it? Oh, I love
You're
it.
made to perfection.
Oh,
Yeah.
please stop it. The summertime smoothie, everybody. Oh, it's so good. I'll post it on the comment section down below afterwards.
Yep.
But today, we'll talk about this week's challenge.
Yesterday we talked about oils.
Yeah, how to crowd out with healthier options. In my health coaching program, that's really what I'm talking about here, is about sustaining a healthier lifestyle is just really about crowding out with healthier options.
Yeah, pretend you were a car or you bought a brand new car. It's not like you would go to the garage and say, give me the lowest grade, used, shittiest oil you got or gasoline in there. That's what I want in there.
Yeah.
Are you sure, sir? This is like a
We
brand new
should treat our
Porsche.
bodies the way we treat our Ferraris.
Yeah, Ferraris. Yeah. So you wouldn't want to get the shittiest oil. You
No.
want to get the best oil.
Yeah, the
right?
best oil for the best peeps. For
Come on,
sure.
that's you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you deserve it.
Yes.
So talk about flour.
Yeah, let's talk about
Yes,
flour.
flour.
So today's topic is about flour. And there's...
Not flowers like, I love you.
Right.
Like a rose.
No.
But flour.
I think they get it.
They get it?
Yeah, I think they get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Took me a second to...
Yeah, right. Anyway, so before I get into that, so really in my health coaching program, I really talk about that. And in my online course, I talk about that. I have a whole list of how to crowd out with healthier options.
All right, the best best flour.
No, we did oils yesterday.
Best flour.
Yes.
Come on.
Best flour. So obviously the modern wheat is no good because it's full of pesticides, GMO.
It's terrible.
The way it's raised, it's terrible.
It's terrible. Seriously, what we were doing with the ecosystem with modern day farming
Well,
is
it's because
blowing my mind.
like overly populated, so we have. It's not like they maliciously did this. It's because they need to expand the crops to feed everybody. So the only way they could do that is to modernize the wheat, but then they have to add like a bunch of like pesticides.
It's the industrial farming
and,
that really kind of... It's
yeah.
good. It was good because it did feed a whole bunch of people, but at the same time, it's so... we're turning the whole planet into a desert.
Yeah.
It's not efficient.
Yeah.
It's not efficient.
And what it's causing is it's causing a lot of inflammation inside your gut because it's not made to be easily digested. It's not like it was the wheat back in the olden days.
Even 300 years ago, the wheat was
the way our
different.
ancestry would
That's
use
right.
it.
That's right.
Now it's just it's become where our digestive system cannot really digest
It's so
it properly.
processed and GMO'd and pesticided.
Yeah, so
and chemical
it's creating inflammation inside your gut, and then because of the inflammation, it separates the gut lining it's called like the villi inside your gut, like the gut wall.
They're little
And it's-
fingers.
Yeah, so it's creating like lesions, and it's causing a small separations inside your gut, and all that inflammation, the pathogens, and all of the candida overgrowth seeps through our bloodstream.
What are they called again?
The villi, the
The
microvilli.
villi, and pretend you have your hand and you put your hand in like a bandilon. What's en anglais?
Nylon?
A nylon.
Yeah.
It's got like a webbing,
Yeah.
and the food particles get caught there and
Right.
absorbed. But
Yeah.
the wheat shreds that.
Yes, that's it. That's a really great way to put it, because you want the nylon to be there because
It
that
catches the nutrients.
exactly. Jesus Christ, maybe you should be a health coach.
I'm
Learning
knowledgeable.
From the, you're
Yep.
learning from the best.
Learning from the best.
Yeah, so then it's going through our bloodstream, and then it's causing a bunch of autoimmune diseases, arthritis,
If you've got
fibromyalgia,
skin problems,
eczema,
if you got skin problems, it's an indicator of something
Of inflammation.
of inflammation
Even
in the
allergens.
digestive system,
Yeah, they go as far as saying
psoriasis.
allergies. Oh yeah,
and then eczema. What else? Skin things you can get?
eczema, psoriasis, rosacea.
Rosacea.
Yeah,
It sounds
yeah.
like a
all about it's
fruit.
no, yeah. So anyway, so the wheat that we typically use in our household, the number one we do is we typically use rolled oats, gluten-free rolled oats.
Gluten-free rolled, yeah.
And usually we roll it into a flour. So
Just blend it.
so you have like the rolled oats that's high in fiber, so you have the fiber content, and the next one that we use is the cassava flour.
Cassava.
This one's a little harder to find. It's manioc flour or cassava flour.
Is it more expensive?
I wouldn't say, I mean, it's a little bit, obviously all the flours here are a little bit more expensive than the white flour or the wheat flour.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're not supposed to have wheat every single day
No.
either. So it's really about using it as a treat
Yeah.
every second or third day. So
Yeah.
we use that for our baked goods, manioc or cassava flour. And then for protein, we use almond flour, which is a great one because I tend to mix in the cassava flour with the almond flour, so you have your protein, and which almond meal is really just like it's dried up almonds. So you have like your omega-3s.
It's almonds just blasted into powder.
Yeah, your healthy fats, and then you have
can
your
make it
protein,
yourself.
so you mix it in, and then you would use the same ratio as if you would use white flour or
Now,
whole
if
wheat
they
flour.
if they decide to do their own flour with almonds, should it be bleached? Or what is it you said?
Oh, blanched?
Blanched? They should
No,
have.
well, it's blanched because it's there's no skin. Like it's already
Do
blanched.
you
when
want
it
that
says floured.
skin on top of there? If you're gonna, I'm asking because let's say if they want to make their own, because
Well,
you could
any-
make your own if you had the
Oh
machine.
my god. Yeah, I guess
If you want to wreck
could.
your machine, I guess.
No, I don't even I wouldn't even know how to tell you that, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just buy mine.
Skip.
Yeah, skip that. I think your best bang for your buck would be Costco. I think Costco has a big bulk of almond flour. And just make sure to read the ingredients because sometimes they kind of put other stuff in there. So if it just says
Fillers,
almonds,
cardboard.
perfect. Dried
Old
almonds,
running shoes.
dry roasted, just
Yeah.
use that. So that would be your best bet. I think those are the top three that we typically use.
All right. The worst flours.
Well, we just mentioned it.
All of it?
The
We talked
white,
about
the white flour
Oh,
and
wow.
the wheat flour. Are
Okay.
you here?
Yeah. Well, come on. I'm here. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
that's basically it.
Well, that's
And-
basically it.
Yeah,
Well,
and you can use
as always,
like
you gotta read the ingredients.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
read the ingredients, but those are the best types of. So the manioc flour or the cassava flour is the same thing. It's a root vegetable. So then you have the prebiotic that's in the root vegetable.
Yeah.
And then if you mix it with almond flour, then you have your protein. So
It's a good mix.
it's a good mix.
Good ratio.
It's a really good ratio.
What would you say, ratio? Like 50-50?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Cool.
So if you need a cup of flour, then you put 50 or half a cup of almond flour and then half a cup of cassava flour. So you can use that.
And remember, like when you are changing your diet from like the normal flour to other flours, it's going to taste different.
Yeah, I mean,
Just get used
but the
to
cassava flour is really like the closest one to the
the wheat flour.
The wheat flour, so it's
Yeah.
the closest one. Tapioca flour too, but it's a little more fine. You would have to mix it with cassava flour, but I don't typically use tapioca flour. I just use cassava
Yeah.
flour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a change in your palate anytime you're going to change your diet. That's just the way it is. And
21 days.
at first it's going to be like, ugh.
Well,
But then-
I find it's
No, but I'm
pretty
just
close, but
exaggerating
I'm
stuff
just-
there.
yeah.
I'm just exaggerating. But it's like anything else. If you haven't had it ever. You try it for the first time, it might not taste all that good, and then after you're like, oh, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
You just gotta get your taste buds used to that.
Yeah.
Your palate.
Yeah, exactly. If you're really not used to it, I mean, a lot of people are just they're quite pleased with the turnout because it's really close to it. Not exactly. Obviously, it's not the exact same thing.
It's better.
It's better. It's better for you, better for your health, and yeah, it tastes better.
Better for the environment. Come on.
That's true.
It is true.
That's true. That's true.
We're wrapping this up?
Yeah, that's
Wrap it up. We talked about flour.
Put your hands down my pants.
As always.
and I'll
woo. We're gonna
Put your hands on my pants.
Maybe it's the wrong choice
Yes,
of music.
please.
Stop.
What?
Fine almonds in there.
I'll find almonds.
Anyways, as always,
As always,
we love you. We're thinking about you. We'll see you guys tomorrow
Cold
morning
showers.
at 7:15.
Change your flour. Be a good person.